The family in Riruta in Nairobi County is in agony over the mysterious disappearance of a 46-year-old man who was last seen in February this year. The man, Joshua Gishuki Mwangi, left his home on the 3rd of February this year at 8 p.m. to help a neighbor that supposedly had a sick relative. As Mashirima Kapombe now reports, the mystery behind his disappearance has left investigators with confusion.
Christine Njoki has not seen her husband for 8 months now. Her husband of 16 years walked into the dark night of February 3rd this year, never to return. On the fateful night, she, her husband and their 3 children were home, relaxing just before dinner.
Nikasikia somebody amepigia mzee my husband simu. Kasikia akirespond, unataka nikupelekea bibi yako hospitali. Then after some time my husband akarespond, niko kwa nyumba.
30 minutes later, a man later identified as Dennis Ndubi Maunda walked into their homestead. Christine says the man did not stay for long. Her husband's request for him to join them for dinner was turned down as Dennis seemed desperate to rush his wife to hospital. Seated next to the door, Dennis seemed familiar to her husband, who introduced him as a neighbor. But Njoki says she had never seen the man in the neighborhood.
It was raining very heavy, so nikapatia my husband kikoi na akajifunikia.
It was not until the next day that she got word. Their car, a silver Toyota Succeed, was found abandoned along Limuru Road at an open car wash in Ruaka, opposite the Roslyn Riviera. One door was unlocked. Christine filed a missing persons report at Kabete police station. Her husband was still unreachable on phone. 3 days later, a woman came to her home asking about the whereabouts of her husband, Ben.
Akaniuliza sasa, mimi nataka baba Esther aniambie kama ameona Ben, kwa sababu Ben alinipigia simu saa 2 ya usiku. The same time my husband came out of the house, that 8 p.m. Akaniambia wanaenda na baba Esther, my husband, to take mgonjwa kwa hospitali.
According to Christine, Ben was well known to them as their former tenant. According to Ben's widow, Ben left their house on the fateful evening, claiming that he was going to take a sick woman to hospital. Ben's body was found lying at the city mortuary on the 20th of February. The body was booked in on the morning of the 4th of February, just a day after he left his home.
His body had been dumped at along my Mahiu escarpment. At watu waliona tu gari imesimama hapo early in the morning, wametupa something.
DCI tracked Dennis days after Christine filed a missing persons report. On questioning him, he admitted that he did not have a sickly wife on the fateful night. Neither was he a neighbor. He claimed Ben sent him to Gishuki's house to fetch him. He was released but later rearrested and charged with Ben's murder in July. He was released on bond earlier this month.
Waliniambia there are some other suspects, like 5 of them.
However, Christine's search for her husband seems to have hit a dead end. Despite tens of letters to the DCI, DPP, IPOA, Interior Ministry and the Ombudsman complaining of slow progress on the investigation of her husband's disappearance, nothing has been forthcoming. Investigators privy to the case have remained mum on the status of the investigation. However, Christine believes her husband is still alive. Mashirima Kapombe, Citizen TV.